Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so I'm going to carry on with my Koch Films Steelbooks, and for this video I'm going to be showing Supernova. Now, not many people probably know about this film out there, but me personally, I found it to be a decent sci-fi movie. It's about this crew of six, medical crew of six, on the ship Nightingale, and they come across this distress signal coming from an ice mining colony on a moon called Titan. And when they get there, they basically find out they were trying to find out what was going on this planet, on this moon. And of course they find one sole survivor who is carrying this alien artifact. And of course when he gets onto their ship, all hell breaks loose. If you think of Dead Calm, think of that film Dead Calm, put that into space and there you go, you've got Supernova. There's a little bit more to it, but yeah, when you do watch Dead Calm and you watch this, you will definitely see the similarities with it. The film itself is a prime example of how badly things can go wrong when studios interfere with movies. This film was directed by Walter Hill, and he shot a lot of the film, he'd done a lot of editing on it, and then of course MGM came in and started interfering, and they wanted to do a test screening. Even though the visual effects were not complete-ish. Now, Walter Hill warned them, saying that the test screening would go badly. Of course, they wouldn't listen to Walter Hill. They test screened it, and of course, the audience absolutely hated the movie. So when it got a the test screening got such a bad response, they brought in another director called Jack Shoulder. And he came in and he done a lot of reshoots, and he re-edited the film, and apparently he removed a lot of Walter Hill's footage. And then of course that got test screened, and the audience found it to be a better movie, but it still got a very, very poor response. So at the same time of that second test screening, MGM got some new board members in, and they weren't happy about the test screening, so they asked Walter Hill to come back. And when he came back, he demanded $5 million. He wanted $5 million on reshoots. And he wanted more time as well, naturally a lot more time to reshoot the movie. And of course they didn't agree to it, so they got rid of him completely. And then they brought in Francis Ford Coppola, who he done a re-edit on it, and then got a test screening, and of course the test screening wasn't great on that one as well. So the film was inevitably shelved for 2 years, I think, until some studio, I think they sold it to some studio, and then they brought it out. And of course, surprise, surprise, it absolutely bombed at the box office. I think it grossed a little over 14 million on a budget of 90 million. So it was an absolute bomb. But again, a prime example of what goes wrong, or how things can go wrong when studios do interfere. Some of the set design in this film is absolutely stunning, and the visuals at the time, even though they're a little dated now, but at the time the visuals looked absolutely stunning. And somewhere in this movie there is a sci-fi masterpiece. It's buried deep, but it's definitely in there. It has a great cast as well. You got James Spader in it, who is so unbelievably cool in this movie. He is the saving grace of this film. He's fantastic. Angela Bassett is in it as well. You got Louis Diamond Phillips. You got Robin Tooney in it as well, who's a very, very horny girl in this movie, it has to be said. Look, not many people know about the film. I quite enjoyed it. And I can't stress to you how happy I was to actually pick up a steelbook of it. And that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to show you exactly what the steelbook looks like. And it really is a lovely looking steelbook. So let's get to it. Right, so here we go. Supernova. And much like the Invaders from Mars steelbook that I showed off in the last video, really digging on the colour scheme on it. It just looks absolutely spectacular. You've got the Nightingale in there as well, and it looks like it's just coming out of its hyper jump, which looks absolutely badass. And of course then you've got Jane Spader and Angela Bassett on the cover. So yeah, this steelbook has this real purple theme to it, which is quite brilliant. And when you do see the movie, it kind of makes perfect sense. Right, so I'll take you onto the spine of it, and as you can see, the cover continues on the spine of it, and then take us around to the back, and that is the J card. And I will just hold this up close here so you can actually see some of the technical aspects and some of the features. There's not much there. There's a making of. I think you got an alternate ending in there as well. It's to be expected for a film like Supernova. So yeah, that's the J card. So I will remove the J card off, and check this out. Look at the artwork on the back of this. It is absolutely mind-blowing. Again, one of those steelbooks where it's hard to pick between what cover is better, the back or the front. Absolutely jaw-dropping, it really is. And then I'll just open it up completely and show you the whole thing in full. So as you can see, that whole kind of purple look continues right to the back of it as well. I can't praise this Steelbook enough. It truly is phenomenal. That's the villain of the movie there on the back as well. I think that's Jane Spader. Yeah, it would be Jane Spader. And yeah, that is the Steelbook in full. Absolutely incredible, really is. So turn it around, and I'll just take you to disc out first, and I'll show you that up close for you. And yeah, that's your Blu-ray disc. And then that is the artwork inside. So you have Robin Tooney there, and you have Jane Spader on the right side. So yeah, that is the Steelbook, folks. Another phenomenal job from Koch Films, and I can promise you this does continue with the next couple of the other Steelbooks that I do have to show, and again, can't wait to show them off. So yeah, that's Supernova. Right, folks, so there you have it. That is the Steelbook, and it's not as good as the last one I showed, Invaders from Mars, but I still think it's absolutely beautiful. And again, well done, Koch Films. Absolutely breathtaking. The picture quality in this, like, again, I'm not going to speak too much about these films when it comes to picture quality. They are what they are. This film does have a lot of film dirt on it, it has to be said. But the picture is very pleasing. It's the best it's ever looked, no question about it. Again, if they could remove a lot of that film dirt, the film would look probably immaculate, if I'm being completely honest. The colours look amazing on it. There is a handful of soft shots. Some of the CGI does look a bit dated, but it's still very pleasing. I think it would keep, if you're a fan of this movie, I definitely think it would keep you very happy. It's got DTS 5.1 audio as well, and much like the picture quality, it has its ups and downs, but for the most part, it sounds fantastic. So that is it, folks. That is Supernova. And like I said, if you are a fan of this movie, head on over to Koch Films, pick up the Steelbook. I think it was €20. A very good price, I think. And yeah, that's my video, folks. So as per usual, if you did like this video, please do give us a thumbs up. And if you could leave a comment down below. And please share your thoughts on this movie if you have seen it. And yeah, I'm very curious to hear what you're going to say. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. So take it easy, folks. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.